Hello, this is TurboDog702 for the Castlevania Symphony of the Night Any Percent tutorial. In this section of the tutorial, I will be discussing another outdated way to perform the Richter skip. It's going to be using a wolf clip in the upper section above the area where Richter's at. It might take me a few attempts in order to do this. It is a very precise trick. You can get it down to where you have pretty decent timing with it, but most people have gotten out of practice with it, myself included, just because the bat skip is a far superior way to do it. However, for the sake of completeness, I'm going to try to attempt it here, and just to show it off to you guys, and maybe you'll find it useful for other categories. So let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, so here we are. We've dropped the staircase that leads to the attic right before the Richter fight. If I was to go over a slight bit over here, you would see that that is the Richter fight. And we have not broke the scene as a result of using the bat technique. So what you're supposed to do in order for this technique is we have to go up here. And what we're going to try to do is you can do it on either of these ramps, but I have only experience with this one. What we're going to do is we're going to use the wolf form, and by using a precise run and jump on a particular pixel, and untransforming during that running jump on a certain subpixel on this ramp, we are going to disjoint or make the wolf's hitbox disappear, and we are going to clip into this wall. And from there, we'll be able to complete the rest of the trick. You can do it on either of these places. The top section, while it takes longer to get to, has a greater degree of consistency, I believe. So let's go ahead and make some attempts on it, shall we? So there's a bunch of different ways to set up getting in the right position. It's really just dependent on your own timing as a player. But most of them consist of coming to this wall up here in some fashion or another and doing some combination of backdashes and buffalo star dashes. One of the more popular ones is the Dacid Bro technique, which is where you just do 2 buffalo stars, turn into the wolf, and then you go for it. I obviously missed it there. Another one that I've seen is you do a buffalo star dash and then a normal dash. I've seen that one. Other ones are like 1, 2. I've seen people transform, turn around as the wolf, and then turn around and run immediately. So there's a variety of ways you can do it. You could even just do it blind like this and just kind of go for it. That was obviously way too early. The point is that you want to jump pretty late and transform kind of late, like later than you would expect. And it's a pretty hard trick to do, but I'll give it some attempts here. Hopefully I can get it in short order. And as I mentioned, all I'm doing is I'm turning into the wolf, running, and jumping as close to the platform as possible, and then untransforming when the wolf's nose is kind of clipped into the ramp. And like I said, hopefully I can do this in short order because I'd hate to have to make you guys wait or do some chop-ups in YouTube with this. Okay. There we go. So that time I was able to click inside of it. I got the second one. I believe there's 2 different frames that you can get it. I think I got the second one. You'll know the difference because in one of them, the wolf's nose is inside of the platform when you untransform. This one, which is the one I think I had, the wolf's like standing on the platform for 1 frame, and you can actually clip in that way. Once you're in here, it's kind of different what you have to do at this point. So once you're in here, we don't want to just transform, because if we transform into a bat, we end up back inside of the scene. This isn't a big problem because we still skip Richter like normal. But what's more beneficial is if we can go out of bounds and fly above the scene. That way we can skip it. In order to do that, once we get inside of the wall, we're going to hold up and press mist. And that'll put us out of bounds. Once you're out of bounds, you can go up, like you can jump and go up, and then wing smash across. Okay. Once you get to this side of the cutscene, in order to get back in bounds, you want to come to this little angle right here, turn into the wolf, go inside of it, and hold left while mashing jump. And you'll pop right out, just like that. And then you can go over here to the teleporter and proceed to the next castle. To make this a little faster, we can actually use a mistback technique in order to make it so that we don't spend as much time. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold up, press mist, press bat, in order to mist bat out. See? Just like that. And then we can go across. 2, 3, turn into the wolf, clip in. Okay? And that's how you do the wolf clip glitch. If you go inside inbounds, again, it's not that big of a deal. It's just a slower version of it. Ideally, you want to go out of bounds, go as low as you can, and just like that, clip back in. Now, as I mentioned, you can do this on the lower section of the platform, but in order to do that, I believe there's only 1 pixel, and it's very precise. So, one of the better ways I've seen to set it up is to have double jump. But that's essentially what you're doing, what I did there. You want to kind of backdash, jump, and then run immediately so that you don't fall down the pit. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get this one particularly because I've never really trained it, but hopefully you get the idea with this one. Now, the problem with this one is while it's faster to technically do once you get used to it, it's obviously a lot harder to be able to time because you have to get that jump off of the cliff there. You have to get a precise run, and you have to get a precise jump all on this tiny platform. But anyway, that's how you do that. Another way you could do it is you could just jump up and set it up that way. But again, that's a difficult way to do it. So kind of a sloppy video for this one, but hopefully I gave you an idea of how we used to do it back in the day when I first actually started running this route. This was the preferred skip method of choice. If you find that you need it for any other category, hopefully this is going to be able to help you guys, so, you know. But for now, this is TurboDog702 for the Castlevania Symphony of the Night Any% tutorial.